Hi guys, today I've been doing training a lot and I'm just going to show you guys the drills that I go through, so I hope you guys like my drills. You can use my drill if you want. So as you can see, the map code is up on the screen, so you can join. It's at the top. So this is my routine. Normally I go on aim labs and stuff though, because you guys know I play on PS. And I've been practicing a lot now, so I should be better than I was before. I've literally practiced 5 hours straight today. So go check out the other video, because that was my first game on, so yeah. So you guys can go check that one out. It's an hour long, so you guys could go check that one out, but if you don't want to, you don't have to. But if you want to, you can. And anyways, this is my normal warm-up routine. I do this for about 20 minutes. And then after then, I go into some games of Reload. And then if I lose my skill, I just go back on this, and then I start going to ranked reload, and then even if I lose my skill after, I still play ranked and stuff. But that's just you guys don't have to play ranked. You guys can just do whatever you want to do past them, but yeah. But I would recommend ranked. I would recommend ranked though. Because if you want your edits looking like mine, then you're gonna have to do this routine. I mean, sometimes I do not do this routine. Sometimes I just go on to ranked reload straight away, you know. So it's not always my routine, but it's mostly my routine. So if you guys want to do my routine, that's completely up to you. But I would recommend using my routine. I mean, it is a good routine.
Come on.
But you guys don't actually have to use it. There is other maps, but I would just recommend this one because it has everything you need, you know. It has edit, building and stuff like that. Look, these are the stuff you can have. Aim, edit course, basic piece, pro piece, build, spawn, realistic, piece tunnel, aim and edit, and then next you could go 1v1 weapons, music on box fight and stuff like that. But I would go on to edit first and do what I'm doing, because doing this first and then going into box fights or something will really warm up your edits. So if you're going into box fights, I would definitely recommend doing this for 2 times in a row, because as you can see there's a timer. So it does eventually end, but I would recommend doing 20 minutes of this if you're going to box fights, but if you're just practicing, I would recommend doing this map for like comp and stuff. You know what I mean? So this is the medium level. So yeah. So to be honest, if you want to try this map, it's actually a really good map. But like, if you want to practice like comp and stuff, you should probably go to this map for like 10 minutes. Then you should probably go into like solo end games or something like that, or infinite like endless zone wars, because you need to like practice against really good people. That's what I do. I practice against my duo that is kind of better than me. But like, if you can practice against someone way better, great. And keep on 1v1ing them. I would recommend just 1v1ing them like 100 times or something. And then you'll eventually get good after like, I would say a week after doing this routine. It depends how often you get on. If you get on every single day, you'll probably do it in like 3 days. I only play 2 times a week, so yeah. So if you want to like become a really good comp player, I would actually recommend this map. And even if the creator of this map comes out and watches this video, I really appreciate making that, because it's actually a really good map. Yeah, by the way, this isn't my map, it's just a training map. But like, if you want to use any other training maps, that's completely fine. But like, what I'm saying is like, this map is probably one of the best maps there is to warm up around there. Like, so there's like, in my opinion, it's one of the best warming up maps in the world. Because it gives you like your edits very clean and stuff. You know what I mean? So yeah. Also, I don't really know why I have to do this, but I don't really know why I had to do that mantling. Also, I will give away my like good controller settings. Last time that was my old controller settings. So I might give you guys my current controller settings, but my current controller settings like really good. So if you guys wanna, like, I would recommend, if your like edit button is circle on PS5, I would change that straight away to L2, right stick, or D-pad. But the hardest to learn is definitely D-pad, because D-pad you have to edit, like you have to move your finger most of the time from each button to a button. So I'm terrible on D-pad, but you guys might like D-pad, because I don't use claw. Just saying. I'm probably gonna switch to claw soon. Like, if you want, I don't know if my settings would work with claw or not, because mine definitely works with non-claw. But I do have a certain way of holding my controller. So if you guys want, so put in the comments down below if you want my controller settings, because I don't know if you guys want my new ones. So I'm just asking, should I make a video about it or no? Because I'm thinking about doing it, but I don't think I should at the same time. Because then other people are just going to get an advantage of me. Because I'm one of the only people in the world that have my settings. Because I just imagine if anyone binded their key buttons the exact same as mine on controller. Because they couldn't have, right? So yeah. Also guys, I did get a keyboard and mouse, but I'm terrible on it, so I'm just gonna keep on controller right now. So yeah. So basically, I will, guys, by the way, I might do a setup reveal at 1,000 subscribers, but we're a long way away from that right now. We're only at 15 subscribers. So if you would like me to give my setup reveal, then make sure to like and subscribe. And you might as well comment that you want a setup reveal. Because I am getting very low views in comments right now. So I'm like trying my best. But the thing is, I can't do like a very fast quad edit. I'm trying, but like it's hard. If you want to do a very fast quad edit on controller, then you have to be trained very well. But like people like Reed, they use D-pad. But like if you're young and you use D-pad and you have small hands, I don't think you would like become better, because D-pad you need to have like, if you're using D-pad to edit, you need like paddles and you need to use claw. But like if you're young, claw is like a really hard thing to learn. So that's why like I'm just telling you guys. So if I were you guys, I would switch to L2 or right stick editing wise. And then after you switched, you might as well go into RealFax 1v1, slow it down, slow the speed down to 0.5, and then you can just do like your edits there, you know what I mean? You can do your edits on 0.5, then you can go up to 0.75, and then you can go up to 1x when you've already got used to it. So like, but don't go to 1.25, because you don't really need to go to 1.25, because you will never be able to play 1.25. So I don't get the point of doing it. If you're doing like, if you're editing slow and you want to like, if your normal edits are slow, I would recommend probably speeding it up and try keep your balance on your builds. So like I'm just saying that you should do these stuff. But if you don't want to, that's completely fine. And also, I just finished a starters pack on something. It was a starters pack on Apex, but I'm not sure if it was called a starter pack and stuff, but it was on Apex, that's all I know. And are you guys excited for Halo coming to PS5? Because I am. Because I don't really know if Halo's fun, because I've never had an Xbox and stuff. I've played on Nintendo Switch and that's it. Also, guys, this map, the hurdling bit, I wouldn't recommend quitting on the hurdling bit. It's just for practice. The hurdling bit's just so you know what to do when you accidentally hurdle. Because if you accidentally hurdle, you're most likely gonna get hit for 150, and then you're basically dead at that point. So you need to go on that, and if you need to place a stair, and then you need to edit it into under pumpkin. Also, guys, I've seen everyone when they get low, and the other person is low. You just run. You're not supposed to. Don't run. If you run, then that's just going to give your enemy more confidence. And if you give your enemy more confidence and you run away, you won't have time to heal up and you're wasting your mobility. But if you know you're low and you think you're the better fighter, I would go in. But if you guys are bad fighters, just saying, I wouldn't go in because you might die to the other person. But if you guys play on keyboard and mouse, I would probably listen to these things. But I would still listen to it if you were on controller, because the map is actually really goated. Yeah, guys, if you want to have fast edits like this, listen to skip to later in the video. I'd say skip to 18 minutes in. Maybe 18 minutes 30 actually. No, 19 minutes. Skip to them then, and then you got and then I got you with keyboard and mouse routines. Okay, so guys, this is the keyboard and mouse routine. So basically, I would start off here, go all the way around and make it to here. So this is the keyboard and mouse, as we know. So it goes like this. You have to shoot these. So this is edit and aim, but I wouldn't recommend this for controller players. So this is like for keyboard and mouse players. But like if you're on controller, I would go to editing, and then I would go to aim. But I wouldn't go for aim and editing because it's kind of hard together because you have to like aim, you have to edit, and then you have to break it. If you want to do it on controller, I'd recommend pickaxing it for your crosshair placement. But this pickaxing it is also good for keyboard and mouse because it tests your reaction speed. Wherever you kill someone, you can edit and stuff like that. Yeah, so when you finish that, I'll go on to this one and that one and all the way down there until you get there. But if you are struggling on one of them, I would recommend going on it until you master it. So basically here, I've been on this map loads of times, so I'm like used to editing it. Yeah, so... Oh, flip. Okay, so... Also, once you finished all of these here, like, it's... Oh, for flip's sake. Okay, so, as I was saying, once you finished all of these, this I would spend like 5 minutes on, because you need to master pickaxing the wall, doing this, that, and then you need to place a stair like that into the pump. So, like, in my vision, it's like this. Like that. But this is also meant for controller players. You'll probably, and then this one is like, you have to go like that and stuff like that. So you have to go like that, and then you have to go like that, and then you have to kill them. So this is it in my speed. That was terrible. Wait, hold on. Let me redo that. That was terrible again, but yeah. So I would recommend doing this for like 5 to 10 minutes, and then because you need good like edits and stuff to become like pro and stuff. So yeah, I would recommend just going on this for like 5 to 10 minutes ish. And then also if you're on keyboard and mouse, I would also recommend doing this here, because you need to do that and then shoot. But like if you're on controller, I'll pickaxe it. Yeah, like this. Because controller players need good crosshair placement. And keyboard and mouse players do, but keyboard and mouse players don't have to work on it as much as controller players do. Because keyboard and mouse players have like fast flicks and stuff. Whereas controller players, when controller players are trying to flick, they have to do this. But whilst keyboard and mouse players, they can do this. Yeah, that was just me on my keyboard and mouse. This is me on my controller though. And then after you've did that, you have to go down, which also helps with your crosshair placement. Yeah, but like any controller player that doesn't use Simple Edit, I would recommend this map to you. Also, if Jarvie Settings, the YouTuber, comes on this video, I'm telling him right now, try not use Simple Edit. It's simple. Just use R3 as your edit button, and then go onto RealFax 1v1, slow it down, do some building, and then you're good. Like, I don't get what's so hard. I really don't. Yeah, so after you've done that, you will probably have to move on to this. So you have to do that. You have to flip the stair, and then you have to shoot that, and then you have to do this up and down again, I think. Wait, no, you don't have to do it down. Yeah, so if you get stuck like that, you just need to edit out, reset, and then yeah. Oh, look. Okay, so once you've did like all of that, I'm not gonna do all of it because I'm doing like video and then I'm trying to like speed run this and stuff. So once you've did that, you'll move on to this, which I don't get what's different. So I would recommend just doing one of that. And then after this, you're gonna need to do this. Because once you've did that, this is like editing twice. And you need to like edit twice because if you don't, then you're gonna get no skill and stuff. And then if you want to win FNCS and you go into grand finals, everyone's gonna make fun of you. Because you don't even know how to do a double edit or quad edit and stuff. Yeah, so once you've did that, you don't have to do this because it's the same thing. And then you're gonna have to do this, like, you're gonna have to do that because that's like triple edits, you know. Because you have to learn triple edits at some point. Because if you don't learn triple edits, then still you're gonna get made fun of anymore. So yeah, you do that, and I would actually skip this bit, and then we're back at the start here. But then I would come over here, do this bit. I would do this bit for a short amount of time. Yeah, and then I would only do this for about a minute. Yeah. And then I wouldn't do this. And then I would do this. So basically it's just like this. You have to go like that, that, and then you have to, yeah. So that's my routine. So bye guys, we'll see you in the next one. Peace.